Everybody, welcome back to another What I Learned Wednesday. This is Luke coming to you from Hanford Mills in our basement, where a lot of the magic happens at the mill. So what we're looking at right now is our water wheel. It's really massive. I can't quite get down there to show you just how massive, but it is 12 feet across and 10 feet high. And this water wheel is what powers pretty much everything in the entire mill, with the exception of the electricity. So this particular wheel was brought in just shy of 100 years ago. But before that, there was one that was much older, and that was here 175 years ago. In 1846 was when it first came in, because that's when the mill was first built. But as you can see, there's a lot of buckets on there. And right up here, see, I'll point to it, there's these little doors that connect it to a holding tank. And when those doors open, a lot of water rushes in over the water wheel, thousands of gallons of water. It moves the wheel, and then some of the things happen around the mill that we'll talk about in a couple minutes. So something cool about this water wheel is that it is original to the site. There's been pieces that have been replaced because it's made out of metal and metal rusts, but again, it's been here just about 100 years. And when the Hanfords first started, or rather when this mill was first built, there was no engines powering it. It was all water power. Beginning around the 1880s, technology started to advance a little bit, and the Hanfords invested in some turbines, which are like smaller versions of water wheels that are on their side, and it runs a little bit differently. And they also got a couple of steam engines, which really help to power things. This water wheel is great. It's very, very powerful, but you can't quite use it when there's no water. So it's something that is kind of seasonal. Sadly, by about 1920s, about 30, 40 years after they first started using steam power, the water from the steam over time rusted the pipes. And it got so rusty that the steam engines couldn't keep up the pressure in their in the engines. So they switched back. The Hanford switched back to a water wheel. And they actually installed this in 1926, so about just shy of 100 years ago, where it sits today and it works for us. So in a moment, I'm going to reach out to Rob, who's our mill manager, and ask him if he can give us a demonstration of the water wheel. And I'll move the camera around so you can see everything that's going on, and then we'll talk about an activity that we can do along with this. So one moment, we're going to transition, and we'll get it started. So as you can see, those doors are opening right there. Thousands of gallons of water are going to fill up in these buckets. And I'm going to stop talking for a minute because it's going to get a little bit louder in here. As you can see, it's starting to turn. This is full wheel there. And then when the water stops, it takes the wheel a couple seconds to stop moving, and then everything else slows down. And all of the water we used flows through underneath the basement here to what's called our tail race, right back out to this stream, which is where we got it from. Hey everybody, so now is the time to start our craft. So we saw how that water wheel worked and how much a massive amount of water went over it, and it required tons and tons of water to do it. It's a little bit hard to replicate that at home, so we're going to do something a little bit smaller. And what you're going to need for this activity is either cardboard or paper plates, some small cups, if you have Dixie cups or small cups like this, a little bit of tape, scissors, and some water. So to get started, what you're going to want to do is take 2 plates like this and glue the side of it. So we have our glue somewheres. Here it is. Our glue right here. What we're going to do is just a little bit of glue on all sides. That. And just a little bit in the middle there. Like that. And then we're going to put these together. And let them dry for just a minute. And what we're going to do next, while that's drying, is take some of our Dixie cups. I'm going to put some tape around them. So what you're going to need to do is about that length of tape, or depending on how big your Dixie cup is, we're going to put the tape on just like this. Just kind of waving over the edge there. And then what we're going to do, because this is drying still, we don't want it to mess it up, I'm just going to do one of them to show you an example of what it's going to look like on each side. And because I used this size plate and this size cup, I can fit about 6 of these around here. And the great thing about tape is it's ready to go pretty quickly. One other thing that you're going to want to do with the help of a parent or a guardian or a grown-up around, just so you don't make sure you're not hurting yourself, is you're going to want to poke a hole through here like that. And since this is still drying, I'm going to do it with that one. But while this is drying, I do have a finished water wheel right here that I practiced earlier, and it works pretty well. So how it works is we are going to put the water in the bucket, and gravity's going to make that water push down and push down and push down, and it's going to make it go all around. So let's see how it works. Alrighty, so I've got my bucket here, and just to collect the water as it goes down. As you can see, it's a little bit wobbly, but what it's going to do is work like a water wheel for us. So this can go pretty quick, so make sure that water bucket is under there. And what you're going to want to do is slowly, and this does get wet, maybe up here would be a little better. And as you can see, it's moving around. Pretty cool, huh? So like I said, this does get wet. I did get wet a little bit myself, but that's okay. It's summer. It's a good time to be wet. So we'll do nice and slow this time. So what happened was, as you could see, the water was pushing the water wheel all around. And I do have a bucket here, so I collected most of the water. Do the same for yourself too, unless you want to get wet. Might not be so bad with a hot day like this. But as the water went down, it pushed it and turned the wheel. And as you can see, the axle on here is moving too. And if you can connect this axle to a belt and pulley, you can power machines just like we do at Hanford Mills. So folks, I hope you enjoyed our talk on the water wheel this week. We will be back next week looking at another part of the mill. And until we can see each other again, I hope everybody stays safe and stays well. Take care, folks.